They're steaming here, led by their two champion forwards.
Well, Geelong have been hard, and they've dominated the game for the majority of the match. But in the end, Hawthorn have been able to be harder for longer and run harder for longer than the Cats have. And not dissimilar to what we saw in the grand final, they've come home a lot harder than their opposition. Doesn't mean they're going to win it, but
no, it's about
in the mix.
Be about a 50-50 bet at the moment, isn't it? 5 minutes to go, 7 points.
So the margin back to just 7 points now, just under 5 minutes to go. Tim, are we to assume that Scarlett was okay?
Look, I think he's obviously got some sort of a niggle. That clash with Stokes in the second quarter, I think that shook up the part of his leg there somewhere. It's going to try and nurse him through the game, and obviously they haven't been able to do that now, and he's out there and he is limping slightly, and they prefer to have him on the bench and just being able to nurse him through this game. But I don't think it's serious, but it's just one of those nagging things.
Well, I guess that's fair enough as Corey unloads deep into attack, off hands. Ottens goes after the football. Mooney's hand pass close to the boundary line. Chapman kept it alive. Oh, barreling in down there was Hodge. Chapman paid the price. He was taken high. No free kick. Throw it in, says the umpire.
We know if Hodge's side is sore, how sore is Chapman's head?
Yeah.
Well, copped the full force there, didn't he, Chappie? Otten's front spot. Ablett, back to Gamble, back to Rook, tried to crash and bash his way through. Gee, Rook's been terrific in this passage of play.
What you've got to do in that circumstance is just go 100 miles an hour with your head down at the footy. I guess both guys went at the footy, so that was play on. But you just got to go 100 miles, get your head down, and hope that some errant tackler will give you a high free kick.
It's a tough unit.
Sure is. Bateman can't get the handball away. So Geelong,
and it's a big if Geelong still win the game, it's great experience for them because they just don't have enough games really that get really tight in the last quarters.
Mooney stopped Bateman's flow there. Ablett, biggest margin that Hawthorn's ever come from at three-quarter time. 1956 against Richmond, they were 25 points behind at Punt Road. They were 37 points behind here at the last change.
25 is pretty pathetic over all those years, Bruce.
They gave Geelong a big lead in the third quarter once, didn't they?
Oh, they did.
Have it again.
Tell you a player that's done really well for Hawthorn is Brad Sewell. Ablett had 23 touches at half-time. He went on him just before half-time. He's got 35 now. He's only had the 12 in the second half, which is down on his output.
Selwood, was he taken high? I think he's going to get a free kick. So, flattened early, coming up for his 24th possession. And how important this kick then? You get the feeling if they were to lose tonight, they really will have some self-doubt. So Selwood, Bryce and Marie hold their breath. And he comes. And he's missed. Hawthorn breathe a sigh of relief. Clock stops at 3:27. 8 points the margin on Friday Night Football.
So due very long. Down the centre corridor. Otten's over the top of Mitchell. Corey was in the contest. Sewell having this big say in this match. Well done. Out wide. Hard running Bateman. Shonemaker's one of his few touches, but he gets a long one in. Franklin.
Oh, he can't rush it through.
No, he can't rush it through, and he won't. He had just not enough pressure Franklin couldn't put on him there. Or roughhead. Scarlett's handball over the top to Kelly. Don't think Mackie was quite ready. Chapman, they're getting some numbers back. Bartel, good kick to Johnson.
And Scarlett affected the spoil. No one else has been able to stop Roughhead and Franklin marking, but Scarlett was good enough in the contest.
Ling running hard. Kamikaze stuff there.
You just know what he's going to do, don't you?
Yes.
And Otten's cuts off the Mitchell shorty. To Chapman.
Several Hawthorn players cramping now. And we thought coming in that Geelong better prepared for this game. Brown is down with a trainer. Here's Ottens. Clock is down to 2:07 and running. 8 points the difference. Time may beat the Hawks, but they will take a lot from tonight. Bartell's got the football. Ling moments ago on a collision course with Campbell Brown, two of the toughest hombres in the competition. Neither gave a centimetre. Rook's got it on his chest now. Down to 142. Well, it's lived up to the hype. Selwood. This has been a terrific game. Geelong possibly should have won by more. Certainly should have been further in front, but I'm sure when they look back on the grand final over summer, they had the same misgivings about what occurred there. There's something about these two. Hawthorn go for the jugular, and Geelong can't quite finish them off. Stokes has got it 55 metres out, but I think they've done enough tonight. Little chip to the pocket. Mooney can't hang on. It's out of bounds, but that's a good spot for him.
Just good players tonight. Johnson, Ablett, Chapman, Scarlett. Scarlett, I think we've seen how good Scarlett's been by what's happened when he left the field, and even that last spoil on Franklin with the last Hawthorn forward flurry. But the previous three great players for Geelong tonight.
Well, the next time they clash is round 17, these two. There's a lot of footy to be played, obviously, between now and then.
There's no doubt Hawthorn will go in against Geelong a little bit more feeling, yeah, we've got a chance against them more than any other side. Collingwood maybe had that little bit of an edge, but NAB Cup Grand Final might have finished that.
Bateman probably should have got a free kick. Johnson, Stokes, Murphy, Mitchell. He's had a big match, the captain. Kicks to a one-on-one. Oh, good mark. Not paid to Mackie. Gee, it's unlucky, I thought, for Suckling. Mark taken by Ling. So Geelong safe. Kicked less goals in the end, remarkably.
Yeah.
And yet won the contest. What do you reckon, Bucks? Would Hawthorn be almost satisfied with the result?
Look, you want to win every game you play, but they've got more upside in them from this performance than Geelong have, and I think they felt that in round 17 last year as well.
So 43 out of their last 46, eh, for the Cats.
Fantastic. But you've got to, I mean, the scoring margins, it isn't a big margin, 8 points. But they've had, what are we talking here? 14 more scoring shots, 13 more scoring shots. So they have dominated the game, but Hawthorn had a fantastic last 15 minutes, which allowed them to at least give them some hope.